Hi, everybody. My name is Kobe Warner. This is KOBLIZZY, and it is my 21st birthday. It just so happened to fall on a Monday, and Mondays are when I post episodes, as long as they're not late. And so, yeah, it's a birthday episode, folks, and it's not going to be much different than any other episode. But I am going to talk about my birthday or mention it a couple of times. It's kind of entangled within the topic. But as per usual, before we get to the topic, we're going to have to talk about the songs of the week. And I really might need to change this to like music of the week or something, matwa instead of satwa, because I'm starting to do like more than one song every week, and I just feel like song of the week is it's misleading, when there's four songs like there is this week. Because this week I had the distinct pleasure to go see Katie Turner on her comedy and tragedy tour in Atlanta, and so. Excuse me, Katie Turner is somebody that I really started appreciating in high school. She was on American Idol when I was in high school. She also released a couple of singles and an EP called The Sad Vegan when I was in high school. And The Sad Vegan was the soundtrack to my senior year. And so I was really, really excited to be able to go see her on tour. Of course, she's made now two EPs since that one. She put EP called Heartbroken and Milking It Out like last year, and then she put out a new EP literally this past Friday, 2 days ago. Also, it is my 21st birthday technically when this episode is being posted, but it's not my birthday right now. It's Sunday, June 11th. My birthday is Monday, June 12th. So, anyway, 2 days ago on Friday, I went and saw the show, and what was I saying? I didn't see the show on Friday. I'm silly. I saw the show on Wednesday, and then Friday she put out the EP. That's what I was saying. It's called Comedy and Tragedy, named after the tour. And the title track, Comedy and Tragedy, is the first song of the week. My God. So, Katie Turner's dad passed away of cancer in 2022, I believe. It was last year, she said at the show. And, I can't imagine. My dad had cancer a couple of years ago, but they caught it early and he just had surgery and he was okay, even though the recovery was rough. But I'm just like, some of my other friends' parents have had cancer. Just to watch people closely go through cancer. I've had family members pass away of cancer. And so I get it. And Comedy and Tragedy, the song, when she posted a clip of it on Instagram a long time ago. I think it was when her dad passed away, maybe. And I remember seeing it on Instagram. And I keep using comedy because no one thinks it's funny to make light of all the tragedy. The things I'm scared to stomach. Because what a cruel reality if this song outlives my dad. And there's no joke I can make to bring him back. She posted that clip on Instagram, and I was just like, of course, you're like, oh God, like, and obviously I hadn't heard the full song, and so when I went to the show on Wednesday, it was 2 days before the EP had come out, and so she played songs on the EP, and that was the first time, like we had ever heard them as an audience member, the new ones, and Comedy and Tragedy, that was the first time I'd ever heard the full song other than just that hook, but I instantly recognized it from the Instagram video that I saw last year because it had that much of an impact on me when I watched it. And I was like, oh, I know this. And I was like, Instagram. I remembered it. I keep using comedy because no one thinks it's funny to make light of all the tragedy. It's just, it's gorgeous, but it's devastating, but it's gorgeous. And so that's the first song of the week. That's the title track and the first track on Katie Turner's new EP, Comedy and Tragedy, that just came out this past Friday, June 9th. And the second song of the week is also from Comedy and Tragedy. It's track number 4, track number 5, I don't remember. But it's called Control. It is track number 5. And wow, when she played this at the show, I got to the show really early. And that's because I've gone to more concerts this year than I've ever gone to in the past, and I've been early to the concerts that I've gone to, but not early enough because there was still like a line to get in. And so I was like, I want to have a good spot for Katie Turner, and it was general admission, so I got there really, really early. But I like way overshot it, and I was like probably the 12th person in line. Like I was like way up there. Like, it was real early. 12 is my favorite number, too. I didn't even think about that. I didn't actually count. But, hold on, I gotta burp. Excuse me. I'm gonna edit that out. That was gross. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll be real. Anyway, so I got to the show really early. I was standing in line. And, I just thinking about how I don't think I've ever really had a burp on this podcast. Maybe I've edited them out because I'm like, I burp a lot in real life. And I feel like I've never really burped on this podcast. Maybe I just don't remember it. I told you I don't remember what I was like. I don't remember what I talk about after I put the episode up. I'll have to go back and read the descriptions to make sure I'm not like repeating songs of the week and stuff because I just can't remember. 38 episodes in, I'm like, ooh. So it's crazy. When I'm hundreds episodes in, it's going to be terrible. There ain't going to be no telling. Anyway, so I get to the Katie Turner show really early. I also got to really enjoy both of the openers. I'll mention them. Baby Fisher was the first one, and Sophie Holohan was the second one. Jesus, you know what, Christ. Because Sophie Holohan is so... just like chef's kiss. She is immaculate. And we actually both dropped out of the same school. The school that I attended in Boston... for a little bit, 3 semesters, she dropped out of that school too. Now, she's obviously dropped out and found a little bit more success than I've found as of late. But, oh my God, she is so good. And so I was going to... Oh, I need to talk about Katie first. Okay, so my other song of the week for Katie is Control. I was just shocked to hear it. She's leaning into like this pop rock thing, and I love it. So at the show, what I was going to say about getting there early is that I got there early. I was right in the front, like right in the front. You can go look on my TikTok. I posted a video of Katie singing God Must Hate Me. And I was like right in front of her. You can see it there on @KOBLIZZY on TikTok. But anyway, so Control, I couldn't really hear it because I was so close to the speakers. And so when the EP came out and I got to listen to the song, I was like, it's like my favorite. I love it. So Control. Back to Sophie Holohan. She opened. Oh, I forgot something. So Sophie Holohan opened for Katie, and she was so good. She was literally so good. And I was just really excited to see her. Because although we both dropped out of the same school, I didn't really know her. Like, you know, we had like mutual friends or whatever, but I didn't know her. And so to be like front row, like I told you, it was really early. To be able to see her open for Katie was so cool because it's funny. I didn't even know she was opening for Katie until like the day before. Because when I saw Katie tickets go on sale, I just bought it. Because I've been wanting to see her for a long time. I've liked her for a while. And I didn't care what song she was playing or who was going to be there. I just wanted to go to the show. And so, yeah, it was just so cool to see Sophie Holohan. And her voice is amazing and unique. Her agility is unparalleled. Her lyricism is fantastic. Her tone is cool. And she was a really solid, fantastic opener. And I think she could tell how much I liked her. Because even before she knew that we had dropped out of the same school, she gave me her set list. After she got done with her set, she picked up her gorgeous, obviously, meticulously and gorgeously decorated set list. And she handed it to me. And I was so excited. And it literally says, "I love you, thank you for coming." And she signed it, Sophie Holohan. So she intends to give it out. And I think that's such a cool thing to do and a really special thing to do at like an intimate show like this. And I love it. It's such a great idea. And so she played Cognitive Dissonance. I love the song. Butterfly Effect, I am incredibly partial to because I have a butterfly tattoo. And I just like anything that includes a butterfly. Good Morning is really gorgeous, and she mashed it up with Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. That was so good. We were all so lit when she did that. And then she, in honor of like Taylor Swift, you know, in what's the word? Referencing Taylor Swift. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, she did a surprise song is what I mean. And she did a song called Alien Vacation, unreleased. I loved it. And then she did I Get What I Want. And then she did Fault Line. That's my personal favorite, this week's song of the week. She's also a Gemini, so it mentions being a Gemini in Fault Line. That makes me love it even more. Just like me, Gemini. And my 21st birthday is today. Even though it's tomorrow and for me. But today for you. Today for you. Oh, tomorrow for me. It was my lucky day today on at the new A. When the lady in the limousine from my way, she said, darling, be a dear, haven't slept in a year. I need your help to make my neighbor's yappy dog disappear. This Avita, just won't shut up. I believe if you play non-stop, that pup will breathe its very last high-strung breath. I'm certain that cur will bark itself to death. Today for you, tomorrow for me. Today for you, tomorrow for me. Anyway, after Fault Line, she played Olive Branch, and then she played Codependent, and she was incredible. And then after the show, I followed her on Instagram and DM'd her, and I was just like, hey, dropped out of the same school, ha ha ha. So that was cute, and yeah, I love Sophie Holland, one of my new favorites. Because even though like I knew of her, I remember when she posted about leaving the school in Boston, but I didn't like keep up with her, and I don't know why I didn't. I should have, because she's so incredible, and I'm late to the party. I'm too late to the party. A fantastic song by Shoshana Bean. A fantastic song by Shoshana Bean. A fantastic song by Shoshana Bean. Tongue twister. I'm too late to the party, 'cause everybody is left with somebody else. Somebody else. I don't remember the melody. Somebody else, and I worry. The last dance is over. I'm late to the party. I guess I'm leaving all alone. That was okay. I'm just in a singing mood today. It's my birthday. You can't say anything about to me. I also can't talk. I can sing, but I can't talk. So, believe it or not, after all of that, I still have one more song of the week. We're 10 minutes in the episode and still on Song of the Week. Renee Rapp. Oh my God. I have loved Renee Rapp from the moment I saw her on the Jimmies and the Bloomies in North Carolina, but then the Jimmies in New York. And I've loved her from the moment she was in Mean Girls. I've loved her from the moment she posted all her singing videos on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. I've loved her from the moment she put out her first single, Tattoos. I've loved her from the moment she put out In the Kitchen. I've loved her from the moment she put out all the other I don't remember the other singles. And I loved her from the moment she put out that goddamn EP, Everything to Everyone. Jesus Christ. Everything Renee Rapp has ever done, I have been seated for. I am seated for Renee Rapp. And oh my God, I am floored for Snow Angel. Renee Rapp's new song, Snow Angel, blew my mind. I literally just got goosebumps talking about it. And the air conditioning is not on. I'm not cold. I am getting goosebumps again. Oh my, I'm getting goosebumps. It is so good. It's just like, wow. Everybody's doing this pop rock thing right now, and I am into it. I love this trend. I love what's going on. It's just like, yeah, you just want to but it's still pop music, and it's not like, it's not all the way leaning into the rock. It's interesting. And with Snow Angel specifically, it's like, it goes back and forth between like a very kind of like a soft piano, more ethereal, lonely, lonesome, sad vibe into this hard-hitting pop rock thing. It is just so good. Oh my goodness. If I haven't convinced you to listen to the song, I don't know how I could. I can't play a clip because I don't want to get a copyright strike. But Jesus Christ. Jesus H. Christ. That song is good. Snow Angel by Renee Rapp is a masterpiece. And that is song 4 of 4 of this 10-minute song of the week / music of the week process that I just went through. But it's my birthday, so you can't say anything about it. I should be drinking a White Claw. It's my 24th. I'm not 21 yet, I guess. It's tomorrow for me. But today for you, tomorrow for me. Literally, the lyrics is exactly my birthday. It's today for you, but tomorrow for me. That is really funny. I miss playing that role. I played that role senior year of high school when we won a state championships, I should do some high school like theater story times. I've been thinking about like what in my life in my 21 years has happened that I should like talk about in a story time. And I have some super fun like theater performance stories. So maybe I should do something like that. I'm not doing it today. Or maybe I will. We'll see. I really don't have that much of a plan. I have a couple of notes. The first thing that I'm going to talk about after all the songs of the week is, I don't know if anybody's noticed, if you followed the KOBLIZZY Show Instagram, I have to burp again. What? I'm seriously, now I'm like, I really do not be burping on this podcast. And it's crazy because in life, like ask anybody, I burp all the time. And I'm not saying I'm proud of it. I'm just saying it's a thing. Like I think it's because I drink all this sparkling water. But I also drink a lot of beverages, and I drink them really fast. And so I think I swallow a lot of air, is what I was going to say. Jeez. Anyway, so I deleted the KOBLIZZY Show Instagram. The TikTok page at KOBLIZZY Show is still up, running, never going anywhere. At KOBLIZZY Show on TikTok is about to hit 100 followers. Yay for the little milestones. Please go follow at KOBLIZZY Show on TikTok if you use a TikTok account, especially now that it's the only way I will correspond with you about this podcast other than this podcast. The only social media account I have for this podcast is TikTok. You can also follow me personally, of course, on Instagram, and you can also follow me personally on TikTok. Both of those are at KOBLIZZY. But if you want to follow the podcast and support the podcast, you can follow me on TikTok at KOBLIZZY Show. And to find the link to do that, you can go to KOBLIZZY.com. At KOBLIZZY.com, you'll also find the links to everything else. That's KOBLIZZY.com. I love how I do ads for myself in the middle of my story. And so what I was going to say is that I've deleted my KOBLIZZY Show Instagram. The last episode was about Pride. I titled it Happy Pride, ? And I was just kind of talking about how Pride was different. That's episode 37. If you haven't listened to that, of course, you can do that. And if you can visit the link, KOBLIZZY.com, to do that. Or you can just like go back on whatever platform you're listening on or watching. But it was about Pride, my point. And on the reels, like I was posting reels, TikTok is TikToks, and on Instagram you post reels. And so I was posting reels on the Instagram, and I posted like one just saying Pride feels different this year, da-da-da-da-da. And I use the same hashtags I always do. Hashtag LGBTQ, hashtag podcasts, hashtag KOBLIZZY, hashtag, on Instagram, I use hashtag explore. On, TikTok, I use hashtag FYP for you page. And that's the same hashtags I always use. And that's what I used on the Pride one. I don't even think I hashtagged Pride, which is fun. Or maybe I did. Maybe I lied. I don't remember. I think I just hashtagged LGBTQ. I don't even think I hashtagged Pride. But for some reason, this video specifically, I was just getting attacked incessantly in the comments by robots and real people. Just, gay this and degenerate that, and you should kill yourself, and sorry, content warning, Jesus, just really horrible, nasty like things, and I don't care, like fuck you, you know what I mean? And so I'm also the type to fight back. I don't know if that's because I'm a Gemini. Me used to love a Gemini, like a threesome, fucking with them every night. That's what Lizzo said, and it's valid because we do got a lot of faces, and I got one face that likes to fight, bitch. And so I was fighting with these hoes in the comments. And this one guy said, kill yourself. And I'm like, you know what? And I click on his page. It got John 3:16 in the bio. And I am not religious or directly anymore, but I grew up in the church. And baby, I know my Bible verse. It's John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, so that anyone who something believes in him or loves him shall not perish but have eternal life. Something like that. So maybe I really don't know the Bible verses, but it's something like that. And so I'm like, you have this in your bio talking about eternal life, and you're telling me to kill myself. I got in this comments talking about I don't think the God that you have mentioned in your bio gave his only begotten son so you could tell me to cut my eternal life short. And this one wasn't a real person. So when I clicked on the page and I saw the bio, I also saw the pictures. I said this one wasn't a real person. This one was a real person. So when I clicked on the one that told me to kill myself, I need to stop saying that. Content warning. When the one that told me to commit, I didn't even think about how I shouldn't say kill myself. Oh. I'm not good at self-censorship. I need to learn how to beep. Bleep, bleep. Anyway, when I clicked on this dude's page, He was a German dude with real pictures and John 3:16 in his bio. So after I said that about he didn't give his only begotten son so you could tell me to cut my eternal life short, I said also you're ugly. And as soon, and I mean as soon as I pulled the trigger and pressed post on that comment, Instagram took it down for bullying harassment. But he can tell me to commit? It's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? That made me so mad. That literally, I swear to God, that was the straw that met the camel's back that made me delete that account in a hot second. I didn't think another thing about it. Because honestly, I don't like running that Instagram account. Because on Instagram, like TikTok, I don't mind. The captions are like sleek and the functionality is nice on TikTok and advanced. And so I don't mind using it. Instagram for videos is kind of clunky and it's just not their strongest suit. And that's weird because they're pushing videos so much, but that's another story. And their captions feature is clunky. And literally the most important thing about my videos is the captions because all it is a video of me and captions. And so I'd rather the captions look nice. And so sometimes I would repost the TikToks onto Instagram. But when you do that and you have the little TikTok watermark, they push the videos down in the algorithm. They don't do as well. And so they want you to use their editing features. And so when I use the Instagram captions, they're clunky and I don't like it, but that's how you get engagement on Instagram. But I'm still not really getting engagement on that account anyway. So when they was telling me to commit, but I just deleted the whole account. I'm like, I'll just run the TikTok. If I'm doing, I don't have a social media manager. It's on me. You know what I mean? I make this podcast by myself. I tape it by myself. I edit it by myself. I upload it by myself. I caption it by myself. I write it by myself. I do all of this stuff alone. And I run all the social media accounts. And it's like, obviously, and you know, it's just balancing that and everything else in life, the modeling and the acting and the classes and the this and the traveling. And it's summer and my birthday's today or tomorrow. Today for you, tomorrow for me. All of that, I'm like, I really don't need this Instagram account. I deleted that hoe so quick. Goodbye. So you can ASMR. I've been watching a lot of ASMR on TikTok. There's this one guy that I love, and he goes live like a couple nights a week, and I'll be seated at 10 p.m. I'm like, let me go watch my ASMR. I really love him. I forget his username, but he's just really good. Anyway, so after all of that, that was just a PSA. Follow me on TikTok at KOBLIZZY Show. You can't follow me on Instagram anymore at KOBLIZZY Show because it's gone. But follow me on TikTok at KOBLIZZY Show. Find the link on KOBLIZZY.com and visit all of my... Oh, Muggsy, you just scared me so bad. Oh my God, y'all. Muggsy, do you need to go outside, my love? Oh, Jesus Christ. Muggs, do you need to go out? Oh, you just want to lay down? Y'all, when I tell you I almost had a heart attack, my door was cracked and Muggsy pushed it open. Muggsy's my dog. And I quite literally almost just pissed it and shitted. Like, ooh. My heart's beating so fast, it made me feel like I saw the bug all over again. I just had war flashbacks. And I just pinched my finger in these headphones. Ow. Jesus. Let me check the recording. This is an eventful episode. There's a lot going on. And I got goosebumps this time like I did earlier, but it's not for good reason this time. It's because I pinched myself. So... It's my birthday. It's not like I haven't said that a gazillion times. And I mentioned earlier that the topic for this episode kind of like entangles itself in with my birthday. And so I was going to mention it a couple more times. I'm 21. And like, that's the adult age, right? You know, like 18, it's like, oh, you're an adult, but 21, you're an adult. Like on paper, you can like finally do most things. And I don't know. I just feel like I've kind of always been afraid of getting old. This episode's kind of going to take a turn. It's going to take a turn a little bit. It's a little less exciting and positive. I've kind of always been afraid of getting older. And I don't know what exactly instilled that in me. But, and for way too long, I would be like, when I turned 16, I had a crisis. I was like, oh my God, I'm so old. You know, like it's been happening for a long time. And I just feel like because of that, I am not able to envision my future. Like I know what my dreams are, and I know what I want for myself, but I can't envision myself as an older person sometimes, or right now. I'll think and I'll be like, what am I gonna be at 30? Or what's gonna be what's 40? What's 45? And I can't see that. It's funny, I almost can't see 25. And it's not like it's not gonna happen or it's not gonna be there, I hope, Jesus Christ. But I just feel like I don't know. It's because there's always been such a focus on I've always been so hyper fixated on the past. And I have a tendency to spend my present focusing on the past. And not just the positive stuff. It's not like I'm just focusing on like reliving happy moments. I'll also focus on terrible things that happened in the past and dwell. And it's just like I'll like harbor on memories and nostalgia. And it's not like it's not like it's a bad thing to or like recollect or consider those moments and those things. But I don't know. I just feel like now the 21's kind of a different. It's like it's an age. Like I feel like turning 20 made a lot more noise for me because I was like, oh my God, I'm not a teenager anymore. Turning 21, it's just 1 year different than 20, but it's just like I don't know. My birthday is, I have to admit, it's not something that's always felt inherently positive to me, and that's unfortunate. Um, but I just feel like it's never lived up to maybe what I thought I wished it would look like. Or maybe it's only lived up to what I hoped it would look like a couple of times, and I've had more maybe disappointments than not disappointments. Because there's definitely been some like positive birthday memories, but I also don't remember a lot of the young ones. I have a hard time remembering like some early memories for some reason, like some early child stuff. I don't know what that's about. But I don't know. I just feel like maybe you guys can relate. I just feel like there's a lot of us. I'm a college dropout, and I'm not even a college dropout. I'm a conservatory dropout. Wasn't even gonna get a real degree, and I just feel like there's only a couple of ways I can envision myself even being close to happy. There's only a couple of career paths that I could take, like entertaining anything. Like I could make this podcast until the day I die. I could perform and sing as long as my legs and my feet still work, and my vocal cords still vibrate and close and open. And I just feel like I just need to make that happen for myself. And I feel like I need to work harder to make that happen for me. This feels like therapy. I'm being candid, but I just feel like my birthday brings this out of me. And I have to be honest, like, I have to be honest. It really does every year. And so I just don't know. But I'm 21, so at least I can get drunk. It's funny, I don't even like drinking that much, but I'm excited to be able to like drink. I just feel like drinking is like there's too many consequences. It's the headaches and the hangovers and it's just I'm not sure about it, but I can give me a nice little cute cocktail out or whatever. And I also don't like a lot of alcohol. I can't have beer because it's gluten. I don't like wine that much. I like White Claws. But I'm 21 now, so I can finally talk about it. Yay! There's this like I don't know how strictly they enforce it, but there was like this stipulation in my age. Am I allowed to talk about a contract? It's not an NDA. It's a code of conduct, so I think it's not that big of a deal. I think they're not going to sue me, my agent. It just says that you shouldn't like talk about drinking or whatever on social media if you're under the age of 21. And so when I started this podcast, I was like, oh, I have to be sure. Like I couldn't tell any stories that involved drinking, or if I had to leave out the drinking part. And I made sure to follow that rule like in a steadfast manner, so I can talk about alcohol now. And it's funny because I'm probably never going to mention alcohol or at least not that often. But now I can. I love that. So maybe that's a good thing. I have the freedom to speak. Yeah, you guys, it's funny. I don't know. Aging's weird. At least it is to me. And it's like, it's a blessing to get old. I think I haven't said that yet. It's a blessing to get older. And it's a blessing to age. And they say that your brain gets less crazy as you get older. There's like a certain age that your brain like levels out or something, balances, right? That's a thing. And I just, yeah, it's a blessing to get older, but it also is, it's scary. I don't do well with death. I'm not good with death. Well, actually, that's not. It's that sounds like a crazy thing to say. Like experiencing, like the after effects of somebody dying. I'm not fantastic at the handling, is what I mean by that. And I am, and I'm not. It's interesting because in my childhood, I actually remember like I had distinct thoughts. Like people around me haven't died yet. Like I was in high school and I was thinking like there hasn't been that many deaths close to me, and obviously it's a great thing. That's something to be grateful for. But then like around the pandemic time and like right before it, they just started knocking like flies, boy, and I'm like, this is crazy. Um, and so yeah, the concept of death is kind of like I'm not afraid to die, but also it's kind of ridiculous how fickle life is. Um, I mean, people work their entire lives for anything, for a multitude of things, and they can lose everything in just a second, um, whether or not they want to. That's an interesting process. This is really dark. Let me move on from death. Death, it's like death is nothing to be scared of. We all have to die. It's part of life. But I really should stop talking about it. Let's circle back to my birthday, which I don't know if that's less depressing. Let's pray with Beyonce. Dear Beyonce, please help me find the positivity in turning 21. Because I'm young tonight. Like, I'm young. It's crazy. It's 12:12. There it is. Thank you, Beyonce. I said, help me find the positivity, and you helped me find it. It is 12:12. I literally got goosebumps again. I love the number 12. And it's because, it's partly because my birthday's on June 12th. But 12 has just been, like, ever present in my life. The same way Taylor Swift talks about 13. That's how I feel about 12. And it's 12:12. Thank you, Beyonce. See, listen, all you gotta do is ask Beyonce. Ask and ye shall receive. So yeah, it's my birthday. I'm gonna try to enjoy it. I'm gonna do my best. I'm trying to think if I have like any funny birthday memories that I could mention. I'm not gonna talk about theater in this episode. I'll do it in another episode. But I'm like, my birthday, something goofy had to have happened. The only thing I can think about right now is my version of All Too Well. Like, Taylor Swift, obviously has the song All Too Well. And when she put out Taylor's version of Red in 2021, I rewrote the 5-minute version of All Too Well with, like, my lyrics. So it's the chords and melody of All Too Well, like the music of All Too Well, but it's my story and my words. And the only thing I can think about is the second verse. My 17th birthday you didn't show, and just swore you would. I hope you've grown, 'cause there are things more important than going round breaking hearts, knowing all too well you never cared from the start. And I know it's long gone and you're not by my side no more, and I might be okay, but I'm not fine at all. So that's also depressing. This is the saddest birthday. I literally was like, you guys, it's my birthday. This is the birthday episode special. And then it was the most depressing episode I've literally ever made of this podcast. That was funny. That was really funny. But yeah, it's Gemini season, baby. And I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to live it up. I'm going to try to enjoy life. Make the most of the years while I have them. But my dad used to tell me all the time, you don't realize how quickly time flies until it's flying. And as you get older, it just seems to go faster and faster and faster. and faster. And it's like you open your eyes and you're like, well, how did we get here? And I just feel like the past couple of years since the pandemic have been a whirlwind. And so my goal for my 21st year of life, my 21st trip around the sun. We go around the sun once a year, or the moon. 21st trip. Look how dumb I am. And I'm sitting here talking. I don't even know what the earth revolves around. Okay, so whatever the earth revolves around, one more trip around that. Yeah, my goal is to be more present and to figure out what the earth revolves around. I hope you enjoyed this episode, y'all. I'm gonna call it here before I start talking about more sad shit. So yeah, if you want to listen to episodes 1 through 37 of the pod, while you miss me, if you want to celebrate my birthday and support me in the way that you can do that. I mean, you can go to KOBLIZZY.com. That's KOBLIZZY.com. There you'll find all the links to everything about me. All my shit is there, including the episodes of all the places you can listen to this podcast and all the episodes. I'm fucking this intro up, but I'm not doing it again. Because it's my birthday, bitch. It's Brittany, bitch. It's birthday, bitch. Why did I say it's Brittany? My name's not Brittany. It's Kobe, bitch. Honestly, she chewed with that, though. When she would be like, it's Brittany, bitch. Like, she ate. So, yeah. I'm going to leave. This was ridiculous. Everybody say happy birthday, Kobe. Thanks, guys. Bye.